Line up your bolts.
When the base is securely bolted down, the tank screws in place, and then the double-ended hose screws in place.
Connect that to the water source, and then that gets connected to the inlet. Open the valve, the water goes in, test for a flush. It shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes.
Johnny starts by staring at the porcelain in his waste pipe.
I need something to get that out of there, and I'm not sure what.
What do you need? I don't know.
Well, something that I can go in there and pull it out. Something with a little clamp that's thin.
Like, what do you need? I don't know what something with a little clamp is.
I don't know the name of it. Something that I can go in there and grab.
Do you want a needle nose pair of pliers?
No, I need something longer.
Do you want a rubber glove?
My hand won't fit in there. Well, maybe. Actually, it might. Yeah, well.
You're just like a long needle nose something on a clamp.
While Johnny soils his silver ring, I'm going to go bleach my eyeballs.
So did you get all the out of there?
Pretty well.
Instead of fitting the wax ring to the toilet, as Jeff demonstrated, Johnny puts it right on the flange. And he mounts the toilet without using bolts.
Where are the bolts? Where are the bolts that go into the floor?
4 of the bad handymen don't have bolts because
You guys bought toilets that are cheap, and cheap toilets don't come with one of the most important parts anymore. Little tie-down bolts. Makes it $2 cheaper, so they take that out of there. So, word to the wise, don't buy the cheapest thing.
with bolts, Angie's toilet goes on perfectly.
That's pretty solid.
Now it's time to hook up the tank
You like that?
and the water line.
Ready?
Installing a toilet really is easy.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. Honest to God.
4 feet.
When Eric gets his subfloor straightened out, he preps his toilet,
That wax ring goes right here, right?
then forces it in place.
All right.
Eric used to believe that plumbing was beyond him.
Okay, go.
Now,
Actually, I think I'm good enough. Look.
Eric's toilet job could be your toilet job.
Anybody out there? I'll come over to your house. I'll install that toilet for free. I'll take 15 minutes. Just buy it.
At his home in Sarnia, Brian M. should install a new toilet.
In order to make sure that number 2 goes down, we just have a spare bucket here. Down she goes. Guaranteed to flush every time.
What's the issue with your toilet?
It's getting old.
Your toilet doesn't flush, right?
It flushes, but it doesn't have enough power to go all the way down. It flushes, but not with enough power, not enough water, jet to pull everything down.
So to me, that means it doesn't flush.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't flush completely, that means it doesn't flush. Yeah, that doesn't flush.
It doesn't flush.
Right. This is not news to Veronica. You love hearing him say this, don't you? Because he denies it at home, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. She works.
So this is ready to go?
I'm not too sure.
What's left to do?
Pray.
Flush that thing.
Yay!
With success here, will Brian M. replace his home toilet?
I can do it, but
You're going to do it. Because you're doing it.
I don't know.
Brian P. has a cracked flange that he's trying to salvage with a new cover. But he's making a classic mistake.
There's nothing underneath this.
The floor was underneath it until Brian P. drilled the floor away with a bit that's bigger than his screws.
Right here?
So, Brian drills some smaller holes, and he does manage
Oh, gee.
to screw the flange cover very permanently in place. Very permanently.
Want some more?
No, it's gonna look crazy.
It does look crazy.
Why don't I do this? It's just a friggin' mess now.
Brian gets his toilet on sort of tightly,
There, it's getting tighter now.
but his toilet tank
Tighten it up.
goes on too tight.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, what the?
Brian's tank is cracked. And he doesn't care.
It's a damn nice toilet. And I'm going home.
As per usual, Johnny is perplexed.
I don't understand what we're doing here. Okay.
Eventually, Johnny sets the toilet in place.
I should sit on it.
Johnny's tank needs to be secured with two simple nuts. But Darlis wonders when the plumbing will happen.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I just want to get this tank done.
It's the moment of truth. Johnny's pride is overflowing.
Wow.
Right on.
I stole my first toilet. That's a hell of a thing.
After the break,
Could you listen to just what I'm trying to say?
What are you making?
it's this episode's unbelievable group challenge.
I just can't believe this.
In our first episode, Canada's worst handyman worked together on a bar that was so solid, it got us to thinking, what if we could get them to add on to their bar? Our design team came up with the idea of using the bar as a foundation for a 14-foot-tall ice fishing hut that the bad handymen are already building.
Although, they don't actually know it yet, because they're building it in stages. Today, their challenge is to frame the window under the guidance of Angie. Now, keep in mind, though, Angie's never framed a window before in her life, so to make sure she does it picture perfect, we're giving her a lesson with our expert Jeff. And hopefully she'll build this window with no drafts. Perfect. Thanks.
The frame is going to be built out of 2x4?
The large exterior frame needs to have some very specific angles. 65 degrees here on the bottom and 115 degrees here on the top. Angie can make these cuts
With a skill saw, right? You see the angles here? Mm-hmm. You'll set your guide by loosening this up, swinging this up to the appropriate angle,
Okay.
right? And then cutting through your wood.
Installing the window requires more wood cutting.
This is the window that we're going to be using.
To frame out the window, king studs run right beside the window's inside edges. The window rests on a sill, and the lintel keeps the weight of the wall away. Then, it's just a matter of putting studs every 16 inches.
Okay, I pretty much got it, Jeff.
Angie starts by explaining just the big exterior frame.
65-degree angle here. This is our frame. 65, 65, 8 feet long, 46 inches on the top. I think he should do the measuring. He should do the cutting. You do that put togetherness, and me and Johnny will do the hammering or the screwing.
Pretty much straight away,
This is not 65 degrees here.
there's mass confusion.
No, Brian, what are you doing?
You want 115 at
That's
the top?
right. No.
This is the
that's not
bottom,
right.
man.
No.
This is the bottom. We measured the bottom.
Because we have to be exact on this, guys.
No, we don't. We can get a chisel and whack it off.
Just yesterday,